Y'all, what's up? I'm Amy, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Okay, like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light, only with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings. Okay, please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hello, my beautiful lovers. Welcome to the new subscribers, okay? Welcome back to my beautiful subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so very much for coming, and thank you for coming back, okay? So this is an Archangel Michael message. So I seen a Nissan Juke, okay? It had 122 on the license plate, and when I seen Juke, I heard you breaking these hoes' ankles, okay? So you out here, you out here juking them, okay? You could be like dodging people's attacks left and right. And also I feel like you're just like really staying in motion, keeping things moving. You've like recharged your destiny and you've become inimitable, okay? Perfect card to be right here. You've become inimitable. You're not somebody that people can like easily copy or easily like duplicate whatever it is that you're doing. I just seen 122 on the clock, okay? You're not someone who can like easily be copied or imitated or whatever. Like the energy that you're offering at this time is totally original, totally your own, totally beautiful, totally perfect for you. And Archangel Michael really wants you to just keep it right there, okay? I feel like you've been doing a really great job, okay? So that was just my notes that I got, a while back. I also added to these notes today because it's 9/11 and it's a 9 year, okay? So 9119 is significant. And also this energy of today is significant for people that are a life path 9 or a life path 11, or if you have your birthday like on the 9th or the 11th of any month, okay? Or the 9th or 11th month. So it says 122 signifies manifestation, positive change, wisdom, and personal growth, urging you to maintain faith and focus on your goals to create your desired reality. I feel like this is what you have been doing, and like that's the way that you've been breaking these hoes' ankles, You could have had some people on the outside of you, maybe like trying to compete with you or trying to just prove to everyone that they're just as good as you, for some reason, because maybe they're not like in tune with their own energies, their own magic. Maybe they're not necessarily proud of where they are in their life or the choices or decisions that they've made for themselves. That's not really your problem, okay? But I feel like it's making them feel like you're juking them, like you're breaking their ankles, you're dodging. Not only are you dodging like every single attack or any gossip magic or anything like that, but also you just keep it moving. Like I said, you are very productive in your divine purpose, and it's really hard to stop you now that you've gained all of this momentum for yourself. And Archangel Michael is really protecting you along the way, like in every way, okay? It says this number suggests you should trust your intuition, embrace new opportunities, foster harmony and balance in relationships, and understand that challenges are opportunities for spiritual growth, okay? Not anything that's meant to hold you back. Every single challenge or every single hard time, every big expression of emotion, it's all something that is an opportunity for spiritual growth, okay? It's also associated with the guidance of Archangel Ariel, Uriel, the number 122, okay? But you could have Archangel Ariel and Archangel Uriel in your energy working very closely with you. And that's so funny because when I was doing yoga, I said, Archangel Uriel, please get my mind right, and please make sure that my mind is in the right energy to channel the proper information at this time, So maybe you might want to say something like that to Archangel Uriel, invite him into your energy so he can provide some clarity and some support for you along your spiritual path. And also I was asking them to help me to release certain energies, any lower vibrational energies or anything that does not belong in my energy. I asked them to just make sure that I'm able to focus on what it is that I'm trying to do at this time, And I feel like you should have that same kind of communication with Archangel Archangel Uriel, okay? That's what Archangel Michael is suggesting, that you work a little bit with Archangel Uriel, because he really works very closely with your crown chakra and the way that you think, the subconscious, and all different parts of your mind complex, okay? So it also represents manifestation and creation. I think I said that out. No, I said manifestation and positive change, okay? But it also represents manifestation and creation. It says the number is a strong reminder that your thoughts and intentions have the power to materialize into your reality. So focus on what you want to create. And I think this is what you really have been doing. You know, you've boosted your energy in a major way, and that's what's got people feeling like, you know, discombobulated, or like they can't keep up with you, or like they can't catch you, or they can't trap you, or in some certain energy or some certain kind of situations that they might want to trap you in at this time, okay? So let me tell you 9119. So this is talking about the beginning of a new cycle. Let me see this. They want me to read this one. This one right here. It says something about your higher self, your authentic self. That could be the energy that you're definitely operating out of at this time, okay? It says when 9s and 1s appear repeatedly, the angels are telling you that a new door has opened up for you, you know, and they were giving me like portal energy this morning. Marcus could be significant, okay? The name Marcus is right here, okay? And there's a golden key right here. Okay. Marcus, the golden key, okay. It says that a new door has opened up for you as a product of your positive thoughts, intentions, and actions. Make the most of this opportunity and walk forward with confidence and surety, okay? It says 9s and 1s appearing together indicates that your goals are almost complete, or that you are coming to the end of a phase or a cycle in your life. It is an indication that one door is closing and another is opening. The message is allow the old to be released so it's able to be replaced with the new, okay? So what is your advice for them at this time when it comes to like releasing the old or improving their energy? So we got Kurt Cobain with Live Your Life, okay? So Live Your Life, okay? And then David Bowie right here with Take Time to Play and Explore, you know? So I feel like those are kind of like the same energies, you know? Archangel Michael really wants you to have a lot of fun, you know? Like I was saying yesterday in, I think it was the Agarthans reading, you know? They were talking about like enjoying enjoying every single part of life, everything that comes with it, and not tripping so much on like the people on the outside of you or what it is that they're gonna do or how they might judge you. I feel like you could have like a very beautiful, expressive kind of energy. You could give off like a little bit of weird energy, you know, like David Bowie does. You know, you could just be very eccentric, very different, and I think a lot of people don't really know how to like take you or how to like, I don't know. It's almost like some people are kind of upset because they can't relate to you in your energy where you're at, you know? But I think it's just because they're like too trapped in their judgments of you, okay? We got Shamunda. So this is like, what is he helping you with, okay? That's what I was told, okay? That this is the what is he helping you with section right now today. So let's see. I'm just going to read the little part at the top, okay? I'm not going to read the whole thing. It says, her unerring instinct for spiritual protection arises spontaneously even when we do not realize we need it. Sometimes we don't realize just how far we've become entangled in that which is not good for us. We do not realize we need Kali's powerful intervention, okay? So I just feel like he has like boosted your instinct for spiritual protection, and also he's like since you protect yourself more, he's able to protect you a lot more and to keep you from becoming entangled in things that aren't good for you, or to help you to not go back to certain habits and things like that that you don't need to be involved in. It says we do not realize we need Kali's, or Archangel Michael's, powerful intervention. Knowing what to allow and what to fight for or against requires wisdom. Holding the space for an inner or outer conflict to be resolved involves discipline. Shamunda is the fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline needed to conquer a difficult situation. She is with you now, So I feel like Archangel Michael is definitely with you, helping you to be fearless, to operate out of your wisdom, to be very patient with the divine, and to make sure that you continue to do the work on yourself, to build up the discipline within yourself, to maintain that very firm foundation that you have, in order for you to do the things that you need to do, the things you're called or guided to do, okay? I feel like you could be very powerful when it comes to transmuting negative energy or things that don't serve you in your life, and you're receiving a lot of assistance at this time. So just be very open to your guidance and open to the divine. He wants you to just breathe in your trueness, okay? Your truest version of yourself, to express all of your uniqueness, and to realize with the only one thing, or this clear quartz energy, that you are like the ultimate magician in your life. Like all the wisdom, all the beauty that you need to operate out of is all located within you, And in this book, it talks about how back in the day they used to use clear quartz as magic wands, and how it really wasn't ever the clear quartz that was doing the magic. It was the person holding the wand. I seen 1122, So you are the one who holds the magic. There's nothing outside of you, or really no tool or anything that you really necessarily need in order to grow in energy, or to protect yourself, or to enjoy your life the way that you want to enjoy it. It's like everything that you want or need, you already hold that on the inside of you. And I think Archangel Michael is just helping you in a major way to uncover those different things, and this portal specifically is meant to do that for you. What else? We got be soft and listen, okay? So take some time to listen today, okay? Take a little time for meditation. I really did had a really great meditation session yesterday, and it really cleared up a lot of things for me and made me feel a lot better, okay? Libra could be significant. Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, and Taurus, okay? What else? So we got recharge your destiny, okay? So this is what I was saying in the beginning, your destiny has been recharged. You've been cracked open, It was talking about, in the book, okay, it talks about how labradorite was discovered, how people were thinking that labradorite was just this ordinary rock, and then somehow it got cracked open, and it revealed all of these beautiful lights of the aurora borealis, and it's like you carry that kind of light within you, that kind of beautiful power. Aquarius could be significant. You hold this amazing star energy, and Archangel Michael has been really protecting that energy and really helping you to grow and to advance. And what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles on this card, giving 7 of wands energy. When it comes to your power, to your magic, to this aurora borealis level of magic that you hold within yourself, Archangel Michael makes sure that shit gets fostered and protected no matter what, And then we got become inimitable again, okay? So this is why you're someone who can't be copied or nothing like that, You really truly are yourself, and it's because of all of the growth and all of the healing that you've done along this journey, and the way that you've stood your ground and stood up for yourself and have chosen yourself, okay? So he wants you to continue to do that. What's breathing your trueness and the only thing? We got choose your intention. I feel like you've been choosing proper intentions, okay? Choosing to work from the heart chakra type of energy with this emerald energy on here. And also there's a lot of eyes on this card, so you definitely could have a lot of people paying attention to you, like I was saying before, really trying to compete with you, or trying to, look better than you, or present you're not doing enough or whatever. But I think that you have chosen to just follow your positive intentions rather than setting negative intentions toward another who wishes to like compete with you or anything like that. I feel like you're way too mature to like entertain that kind of energy, and that's why, you know, people are feeling juked or feeling like you're dodging them. You know, you're dodging their attacks, you're dodging their little games that they're trying to play with you at certain times, left and right. You know, they really don't know what to do with you or with your energy, you know. What's the only thing? And be soft and listen. We got full of riches, okay? So you're definitely full of riches. Like, I kind of feel like that's what I've been saying this entire time, you know. But citrine, it carries the energy of the sun, you know, and there's rainbows on here. I feel like you really do communicate with the divine very, very clearly in your own way. You really utilize your imagination because there's like bubbles, you know. There's bubbles on here, you know. I feel like you are someone who could have done a lot of affirmations. You could have spoken a lot of good energy into your life. There's eggs in this nest, so I feel like you're also very fertile at this time. This tree is giving me this very strong connection to the tree of life kind of energy, you know. Back to the rainbow, your Antakarana bridge is very strong, and it's important that you don't doubt it and that you just be open to the different possibilities and opportunities that are coming into your life right now. I feel like you could be in a place where things feel kind of unknown, kind of up in the air, but you still feel very happy, very cheerful, and very excited about the future that you are meant to like experience, and it's just really wonderful. It's wonderful, okay? So just keep this really good energy going, okay? What's be soft and listen and recharge your destiny. We got feel yourself, you know, you've really been feeling yourself up, like I said, working from this heart energy. And then we got these like sunflower petals giving me more of that sunny energy, you know. And Moraganite makes me think about like the Morrigan or like fairy energy, okay? You have like a really light, fun, free, happy fairy type of energy about you. And I think that's why Archangel Michael is just asking you to like enjoy your life a little bit more, you know. Like, yes, I believe in multiple lifetimes, but as far as you know, right now in this moment, you only got this lifetime, and it's important to make the best of this lifetime that you're in and to learn as much as you can and to collect as many amazing experiences as you can, because all of those things make an impression on your soul and only bring you more growth that you can go into the next lifetime with, you know, if you even decide to go into the next lifetime, because some people do choose not to do it again, you know. Some people choose to just like stay in the spiritual realm, but that's like a whole nother story. Okay, let's recharge your destiny and become inimitable. We got you live in abundance, okay? So there's like a cornucopia of blessings headed toward you at this time, you know. Imperial topaz. That makes me think of a song, you know. He said, I'd be thinking highly of you. That's in Imperia or something like that, okay? Like, I feel like you do carry like this imperial energy, this royal emperor, empress type of energy, and this energy is really helping you to attract everything that you want and need, like your imaginings, the things that you've been seeing in your mind's eye, you know. This future that you've been kind of imagining into your reality is definitely coming into you very quickly, and it's important that you just stay very positive and have a little bit more fun when you lighten up your energies, when you just release, when you just let things go, you know. Then it's easier for spirit to work with that type of energy rather than an energy of stress or worry, or, you know, you just not feeling your best. Like, try to be in this energy where you feel your best, you know. Happiness is always a choice, so make sure that you choose to stay in that kind of energy as much as possible, and you're definitely going to continue to attract this beautiful abundant energy, you know. He's talking about you staying very balanced, okay, with this selenite energy, you know. Selenite is very cleansing. It has the power to like cleanse any other energy, or you can just wave a selenite wand around you and really genuinely feel it cleansing and clearing your energy. So I think he's wanting you to keep your energy clear. You can work with selenite, but there's a million ways to clear your energy. You can take a salt bath, you can sage your energy, you can do all kinds of things. You can pray, you can literally imagine the violet flame engulfing you, and that will cleanse and clear your energy. But I think you know this. I think you're very good when it does come to cleansing your energy and maintaining a balance for yourself. Even if you fall off or you have a couple of bad days, I feel like you always snap back to this amazing, rich, live in abundance, happy to be alive type of energy. And it's just really great. And I feel like your angels really love that about you. Whew, I feel like Archangel Michael, he got a lot to say, okay? What's choose your intention, breathe in your trueness, and the only thing. We got an Earth Star activation, okay, but the halls of a mentee initiation fell in that spot, so I'm gonna keep it there. And this is more of this balanced type of energy, but this floor is giving me like Masonic type of energy. You could have like a certain group of people whose energies are being revealed, because it says secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and initiations. I feel like you've gone through some sort of higher level of initiation, and it's like these people in these like secret societies and secret groups and things like that try to get together and attack us as a collective, like they have no idea what like real power is, because it's like they're not tapped into the real power. They choose to tap into a lower vibrational energy and not necessarily the energy that you're tapped into. So it's like, that power over the 7 scorpions type of energy, like all these lower vibrational energies that could be trying to pay a lot of attention to you or make things hard for you. They have no power over you or over your journey. So just don't fear a damn thing, okay? With this Earth Star activation, I feel like when it comes to grounding things, you really are doing a great job. This is Isis energy, so you're definitely operating out of that place of unconditional love, and I think it's really helping you when it comes to anchoring the manifestations that you create and making a lot of grounded action toward your destiny or toward, making your future look the way you want it to look, and that's really good for you, okay? Let's be soft and listen and recharge your destiny. We got the heart of source, okay? So you're tapped in and connected to this beautiful heart of source, that higher power that I was talking about. You are tapped into the energy of all encompassing love, and it's really important that you have like this unconditional acceptance of the way that source or that God is guiding you, and having a lot of trust in that, and knowing that he'll never put you in a place where you don't belong or put you in a place where you feel lost on purpose. Like it's like you just need to be unconditionally accepting and just knowing, like at a soul level, that you're never lost, or you're never falling off. You're never off of your path or off course, okay? You really do know where you're going, and you really need to have a lot of trust in that. Have this serenity, because the card says serenity. Try to maintain this serene temperance type of energy, okay? What's recharge your destiny, become inimitable, and you live in abundance? We got the Venusian Galactic Council, okay? So you're definitely tapped into this galactic starseed type of energy. It says star being guides, answer the call, and time to shine. You have a lot of star being guides, but I think the Venusians are very significant. You could even be a Venusian starseed, and that's why, you express this love the way that you do, and you really anchor a lot of love into the earth for the collective, and that's a really great thing. And that's why Archangel Michael protects you the way that he does. I feel like you've definitely chosen to answer the call, and ever since then things could have felt like kind of shaky for you, but I think that you're in a time in your life where things are smoothing out, and you're about to see a big difference in your environment and in the people that you've chosen to like be around and to love. I feel like things are looking up in a beautiful and positive way. So just be unconditionally accepting of everything that, of all the things that are like flying your way, and you will see, I feel like you're like a master when it comes to adaptability. Like there's nothing that can like hold you down for too long, okay? So just have fun, because you already know that everything's going to turn out for the best. It always does. No matter what kind of fucked up situations you found yourself in the past, you always find your way back home, find your way back to a place where you feel good and you feel full of riches, and you're ready and excited for the future and what things are going to come along next. So just keep that shit up. What's the halls of a Minty initiation and Earth Star activation? We got the Pleiadian activation, okay? So a lot of cosmic energy. It says coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolution, okay? And that's kind of what I was saying, like you're about to have this amazing resolution to any and all like smaller problems you could have been having in the 3D lately, and it's all got to do with this beautiful unconditionally loving connection that you've been maintaining with the divine. What's the Earth Star activation? We got Seraphim's gateway, okay? So it says a voice activation, okay? You could be receiving some sort of voice activation or some sort of throat chakra upgrade, okay? You're stepping into this time where you're more attuned to the angelic realm, okay? And also you're receiving a lot of divine support, so make sure that you don't doubt that in any way. We got the soul star activation, okay? So a lot of activations coming in, okay? Heart activation, throat activation, okay? Like just amazing, okay? Like an earth activation altogether, because you fulfilled some sort of soul contracts for yourself, and you really do remember who you are at this point. I feel like you're so much more in touch with who you are than you've ever been before, and this is such a really powerful place where you're at. You're attracting all of these amazing light codes, and like I said, you're tapped into that sunny type of energy. So you could be receiving an abundance of downloads. You could be feeling really regenerated, and I feel like spirit is preparing you for success if you haven't already stepped into your success already. You're receiving some sort of great teacher awakening, and it's tapping you deeper into this energy of divine magic. Ooh, I like how he's talking to you for real. Okay, what else? What's up, Pleiadian activation, halls of a Minty and Earth Star activation? We got the Sea Beacon Fairy, okay? It says guidance, but where will it lead you? I feel like your guidance has led you to a lot of healing of heartbreaks of the past, like you've been spending so much more time than I think you've been aware of healing from heartbreak, because I've said a lot of times that a heartbreak is kind of like a wound. If I gash my arm open right now in some sort of freak accident, it's going to take a while for that wound to heal. The wound might stop hurting and it might feel better, but it's still going to take time for my arm to be restored to its original state. And if it's a big enough wound, it might just leave a scar. It might never return to its original state. It will become like the new state that my arm is in. And I feel like your heart has been going through these kinds of transformations as you've been going through this life and going through different situations and lessons and opportunities for growth. Yeah, we got Violet Angel, which is talking about the breaking dawn. It's kind of giving me Breaking Dawn, the movie, when Bella finally wakes up as a vampire. Not to say you're a vampire, but it was like a whole new world to her. She saw things so much more clearer, and she felt so much more like herself after the transformation. She felt so much more comfortable in her skin and in her body. And I feel like this is the kind of comfort that you're stepping into. And when it comes to anyone doing voodoo or doing magic or trying to attack you in any way, they're being backed off in a major way by Archangel Micheal, okay? What's Minda, Broken Heart Fairy, and the Violet Angel? We got the Sewer Maiden with your sensuality is beautiful. You could I heard sex appeal, okay? You could be very attractive. You could have a lot of sex appeal or whatever. Maybe people try to play with you a lot because of the way you look, or because of this nice, happy, fun, carefree type of energy. I feel like you've had a lot of people try to take advantage of you in the past, and I don't know, it's like they just look at you like you're stupid or whatever. And trust me, I understand. I don't know, for some reason some dudes just think I don't think. They just think I all I care about is some really dumb and superficial shit, and they a lot of them have had to pay a really high price for trying to take the tempting offer that is trying to fucking tear me down. And you better believe that that's the very same thing that's going on with you. I feel like there are a lot of miracles entering into your life, and some of these past energies, these ghosts of the past, could be trying to return for a time, but I don't think that you're open to those kinds of energies or open to anybody coming in and like trying to cause any conflict or issues for you. And that's great. And Archangel Michael, like I said before, is really protecting you at this time and not allowing that kind of energy to come toward you either. What's Sea Beacon Fairy, Minda, Broken Heart Fairy, and the Voodoo in Blue? We got the Sky Father, okay? So trusting in the unknown, trusting in the divine, trusting in source and the way that he guides you, okay? The Eagle is on this card. I'm gonna tell you about that. There's also a cat that came out, an owl and a unicorn, okay? So those animals could be significant to you. You could like resonate with those kinds of energies, okay? I heard you could really love cats, okay? Or owls could just be interesting to you. You could know a lot of random facts about owls, okay? That's just what I'm hearing, okay? Eagle symbolism. I ought to know it by heart by now, okay? But eagles symbolize strength, wisdom, freedom, and a connection to the divine, okay? So that feels like big confirmation. It says, as a power animal, it encourages gaining perspective by soaring above problems, embodying courage to pursue desires, and fostering strong, committed relationships. In many cultures, particularly in Native American traditions and the Bible, eagles are seen as sacred messengers or divine instruments representing the highest spiritual connection, you know? So I feel like this is kind of how Archangel Michael is kind of like explaining you, you know, you are a sacred messenger, a divine instrument, somebody who has chosen to be used by the divine in the best way possible. Like this is a choice that you consciously wake up and make every day, and this is calling in a lot of blessings to you, okay? We got She-Wolf with Unleash the Wild Within, but back to that fun, you know, you need to have a lot of fun. You need to feel free to move about your life and trust that your intuition will guide you along the way, you know. I think it might be time for you to shake off this lone wolf type of energy. I feel like you're not about to have a choice. You're about to be kind of like surrounded by love by a lot of people who want to like, I almost want to say cater to you or to just help you to accomplish your dreams or to make your life just better. Like I just feel like people are coming in to improve your life, or you're about to like meet your pack type of energy, okay? Yeah, we got the wise one. So this is your energy. Look at her with the owl and the damn crow, okay? It says grow within your current situation. So it's like you've accomplished so much growth within your current situation, and things may have seemed to start out dark with this dark feather, but I feel like a lot of magic and a lot of negative energy and just a lot of things in general have been cleared up within and on the outside of you, and now is a great time for like movement and for you to not worry and know that it's all very protected, okay? What's the Sky Father and the She-Wolf? We got Stargazer with Set Your Sights Higher, okay? So don't be afraid to set your sights very high at this time and to know that you can accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish, okay? Jupiter is catching my attention on here, okay? So like I said, very abundant time. There's also the sun and the moon, okay? So beautiful balanced type of energy, and just more of that energy of you following your intuition to that happiness or to that brightness, okay? We got Arrow, okay, which is talking about surrounding yourself with protective energy, okay? So it's all going together. What's the final thought on this? Look at the sun, okay, and the Knight of Wands. So this is a great, happy, and amazing time, okay? There is a lot of quick, passionate movement happening in different areas of your life. And I think Archangel Michael just wants you to have a lot of fun with it, and don't question it, and don't try to like bring in your doubts from any wounds of the past or anything like that, okay? There's a beer commercial on, okay, and she has like a dragon on her face, okay? But I mean, you could be about to like meet with drinks with somebody, okay? You can have blue eyes, but you don't necessarily have to, or whoever you about to meet with for drinks got blue eyes, okay? Tom Ford is significant. Somebody could wear Tom Ford cologne or perfume. I like when they do that. What's the final thought on this? We got the Six of Pentacles, okay? So that's a big energy of you getting everything that you deserve, you receiving, okay? And we got the Moon. This could be something that you don't expect. The way that things are about to play out, baby, you do not expect it, okay? Like, it's just totally different from anything that you expected. Maybe you expected like a quarter or a fraction of it, but you have no idea like what God really truly does have in store for you and for your life. And I feel like you're about to be very pleasantly surprised, you know, and you're about to really be happy that you chose to work as a team with the divine and that you chose to exchange energy with them the way that you do, because they've brought like this beautiful infinite balance to your life, you know. And he's saying like, I know you might be tired and at times you might feel a little stuck, but you have the strength to get through this thing. You have the strength to work through, you know, any sadness or any fears or anything. At the end of the day, all you have to do with this King of Swords energy is just be a master of your mind and don't allow yourself to trap yourself in any mental entrapments that tell you you can't, or that tell you that, you know, you don't deserve what's meant to happen in your life, okay? Confirmation. Six of Pentacles is right here. So it says the Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. Maybe you have plenty now and you are able to share with someone else in need. Maybe you are in need and have to accept the generosity of someone else. In either case, remember that this is what your league is for, and helping and being helped should both be done with grace and gratitude, you know. So I feel like, I don't know, you're about to work with a team. Like I said, you're attracting people, okay? You're attracting the best people for you that are supposed to be in your life, that are going to help you get to a different level, you know. So he said a team player, you know, like make sure you're open to being a team player at this time and just really following your intuition on who you should work with and who you shouldn't work with, okay? But whatever you do, have fun with that shit. So with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.